Hey guys, what's going on? Simply Think Dreams here, and today I'm going to show you how to adjust your e-brake on a 93 Honda Civic. So the first thing you're going to want to do here in adjusting your e-brake is you're going to jack your car up and get it on jack stands. Once it's on jack stands, you're going to get in your car, pull it out of gear, start it up, make sure your e-brake's off, and just push the brake pedal a couple times. Make sure your wheels are chocked when you jack up your car, and shut the car off. That will allow the auto adjustment in the rear brakes to do its thing. So after that, then you're going to come over here and pull your e-brake up one click, and if it's adjusted properly, you should have resistance on your tires. This one's loose because I already know it's bad, but there's no resistance there with the brakes. Check the other side, and no resistance there at all. So you're going to want a little resistance there at one click, and then back it off to where there isn't any. So let's just try it out here. We'll go 2 clicks and see if, or that's 3 now, and see if we get any resistance. None on this side. And none on this side, so that's no good because we're already at 3 clicks. So I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to put it back down and pull it up 1 click. And then there's an adjustment nut back here that you're going to adjust until you get some resistance at 1 click. And it's in your center console here. If you can see it, it's right there. And I believe it's 12 millimeter. Its instructions say that you have to take off the center console, but I find that's not necessary. What I use is this right here, just a little screwdriver with a 1/4 inch drive on the end. I got my 12 millimeter socket, so I'm going to go back in here. So I use this little setup. I just pry up that mechanism a little bit and then put that screwdriver in. The access here is just the rear ashtray on this vehicle. You might have to take your center console out, the rear part of the center console. It's not that big a deal. But anyways, once you get this in place, then you're just going to adjust that nut and tighten it down a few turns. Take this back out. Now it's down a couple turns, and I'm going to pull this back up to 1 click and go check my resistance. As you can hear, I get just a little bit of drag. So I'm just going to adjust it a little more because I'm pretty sure this one is not going to be dragging. And it's not really dragging. So I'm going to tighten it up a little bit more. So I went ahead and adjusted that some more. Now if we try and spin this, it's really got a decent amount of drag at 1 click, and that's just too much. So now I'm just going to back it off a little bit more. So now I've got just the slightest bit of scuffing. That's pretty good. It's pretty negligible. There is a little bit of resistance, but negligible, so I'm going to leave it there. And that's with 1 click. Then I'm just going to come in and test it. I'm going to put 1 click off, come back around, and there we go. Free spinning wheel, no resistance, so we'll be good and won't be wearing out our brake pads and losing gas mileage. Now I'm on the other side, and I'm going to test this one. I have no resistance at all, so that tells me something with the mechanism inside the drum isn't working properly. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this off. I already have it ready because I already knew that this was bad. So I'm going to just quick pull this off. Now that that's off, pop my wheel off, set it to the side here. To get this brake drum loose, you need a bolt to go in this hole and this hole, and those bolts, you'll turn them in and that'll pop this rotor right off of there. So I'm not exactly sure what size they are. I bought a few different ones at the hardware store a couple years ago. This is the bolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw that in. And my other one is stuck on this socket from earlier. Go ahead and turn that in there somewhat. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that off. A little bit there. And I'm just going to go with this one because it's stuck on it. And it will pop you loose. Pull that out. Alright, so since this wasn't spinning earlier, this wheel, there was no resistance on the wheel, I took it off to adjust the drum mechanism itself. And I'll put the screwdriver here. If you can see where my screwdriver is, it's a little bit blurry right now. But there's a toothed nut type thing. It's not a nut, but it has teeth in it. So you can take a screwdriver and turn it downwards to tighten it. So it took a little trial and error, but I kept adjusting that to putting the wheel back on with just 2 nuts and then spinning it. And here you can see spinning free without the e-brake on. Now I'm going to bump her up to 1 notch. And it's still spinning pretty free. But there is a little bit of resistance, so we'll take it up to 2 notches. And at 2 notches, definitely have some resistance. So this thing is finished.